March last month saw more sales than both 2024 and 2023, with the average sale price in Saskatoon in the first 3 months of 2025 rising to nearly $415,000. Will prices continue to rise through spring, or will some more inventory in the warmer months cool things down a little bit? My name's Ryan Guenther, and I'm a local realtor here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. If you find any of the information helpful in my video and want to connect with me, all my information will be in the description box below, or drop me a comment and I'll chat with you there. In this market video, I'll highlight what's happened in the Saskatoon real estate market for the first quarter of 2025, breaking down activity in condo, townhouse, as well as detached properties, as well as comparing and contrasting what this spring feels like compared to the same time last year. Finally, I'll give my predictions on what I feel the Saskatoon market's going to be like this spring and summer. So as a buyer, you typically get your best deal in the first quarter of every year. Dead of winter, after Christmas, January, February, houses aren't selling. Everyone's kind of just in that winter lull, post holidays. But that wasn't really the case here in Saskatoon for the first 3 months of 2025, because our average sale price rose from just under $398K to just under $415,000. So that's an increase in sale price across condos, townhouses, and detached homes of nearly $17,000 in the first 3 months of the year. And right now, solds are up 6.7% on the year compared to last year, while listings are up about 2%. So while there are new listings coming to market, and even more over the last couple weeks here, now that spring has sprung, the solds are definitely still outpacing the listings and available inventory, which is causing a rapid increase in pricing in the first quarter of 2025. And the rise in sale prices and competition is really demonstrated by the percentage of listings that were sold at or above the list price each month. So in January, right after Christmas, about 1/3 or 33% of all sales were at or above the list price. Then in February, 40 to 45% or so were at or above the list price. In March, over 50% of all sales were sold at or above the list price. And in the first week of April here, 60% of the solds were at or above the list price. So that just echoes the sentiment where I said that even though we've got some more listings coming to market here in spring, it's not really doing a whole lot to cool the activity and the competition. We currently have a 1.2 month supply in overall inventory in Saskatoon, both in condo/townhouses and also detached homes. But the month supply is definitely inflated a little bit by some of the higher price stuff. Whereas if you're searching in more common price ranges, it's more competitive than that. For example, if you're shopping for a detached home in Saskatoon, doesn't matter the area, anywhere from $250,000 to $500,000, the month supply is under 1 in every price range, separated by $50,000 increments, with the most competitive price range being $300,000 to $350,000, with a month supply of 0.53. That means that at the start of this month, there were 9 listings available for detached homes between $300,000 to $350K, whereas in the month of March, there was 17 sales. Just for example, a balanced market would have a month supply of roughly 3, which would mean, 30 active listings for 10 sales in the previous month. But ultimately, we haven't had a month's supply near 3 in the competitive price range in Saskatoon since COVID. For condos and townhouses, anything under $350,000 has a month's supply of less than 1, with the most competitive price range being from $200,000 to $250,000, with a month supply of the same 0.53, meaning 9 actives at the start of April with 17 solds in March. So as far as predictions go, I have personally seen over the last couple weeks a few presentation of offers not work out. And by that I mean that the agents had priced the properties at the top end of the price range, all while the properties didn't show all that great. And buyers pushed back a little bit and didn't write an offer that was acceptable to the seller. However, even with the occasional buyer pushing back and some things not working out, I do still continue to predict that the prices are going to rise. There's going to be more buyers than ever coming into the market this spring and summer, and the inventory is just not going to keep up with the demand. And while most sales do sell above the list price, and oftentimes quite a ways above, not everyone does. I had got accepted on a townhouse last week with a client, and we went $2,000 above the list price, and we had one out over the other competing offers. So if you're in the market for a home, reach out to me and let's sit down and devise a plan that gets you accepted during a multiple offer situation. And if you're a seller thinking to sell, or you're just curious what your home's worth in this crazy market, please reach out and I'd be happy to give you a free evaluation. That about wraps things up. I'm Guenther with Realty Executives Saskatoon. Until next time.